Imagine a beloved sports hero, a man who conquered the baseball diamond with precision and grace, only to meet a tragic end in the skies. Roy Halladay, known for his incredible achievements on the field, faced an untimely death that shocked the world because of an irritating aviation mistake. Here's why. Roy Halladay III, affectionately known as Doc, was born on May 14, 1977 in Denver, Colorado. Growing up in Arvada, Colorado, he developed a love for baseball early on and excelled as a pitcher at Arvada West High School. In 1995, Halladay was drafted 17th overall by the Toronto Blue Jays. He made his MLB debut on September 20, 1998. Despite facing challenges early in his career, including a demotion to the minors in 2000, Halladay's determination and hard work paid off. He reworked his pitching mechanics and returned to the majors, quickly establishing himself as one of the league's premier pitchers. Halladay's career was marked by numerous achievements. He won the Cy Young Award twice, in 2003 and 2010, and made 8 All-Star appearances. In 2010, he pitched a perfect game and followed it up with a no-hitter in the postseason, becoming only the second pitcher in MLB history to achieve this feat. After spending 12 seasons with the Blue Jays, Halladay was traded to the Philadelphia Phillies in 2009, where he continued to dominate until injuries led to his retirement in 2013. His career stats include 203 wins, a 3.38 ERA, and over 2,100 strikeouts. After retiring from a stellar Major League Baseball career, Roy Halladay dedicated much of his time to youth baseball, coaching young players, including his son's team. He led practice sessions, imparting his wisdom and skills to the next generation, with a strong commitment to nurturing their growth both on and off the field. Despite leaving professional sports, Halladay's passion for baseball and teaching remained unwavering, solidifying his reputation as both a mentor and a role model. Beyond baseball, Roy rekindled his childhood interest in aviation, a passion inspired by his father, who had been a pilot. Eager to explore the skies, he obtained his pilot's license and embraced flying as a cherished hobby. In October 2017, Roy expanded this passion when he purchased an Icon A5, a state-of-the-art amphibious aircraft priced at just under $400,000. The A5, known for its innovative design, is capable of taking off and landing on both land and water, making it ideal for recreational pilots. Small in size and sleek in appearance, the plane was conceptualized in 2008 as a toy for grown-ups, emphasizing fun and ease of use. Its interior was crafted by BMW designers, while the exterior was the work of a former Nissan designer, combining luxury with aerodynamic efficiency. In 2012, the Icon company faced a challenge with the A5's weight, which exceeded the limits of the light sport aircraft category. They applied for an FAA exemption, which was granted in 2013. This allowed the A5 to be piloted with a sports pilot certificate, eliminating the need for a seaplane rating and making it accessible to less experienced pilots. By 2015, the first customer plane was delivered, and the Icon A5 quickly gained attention for its innovative features and user-friendly design. However, Icon's unique approach to aircraft sales stirred controversy. In 2016, the A5 purchaser agreement included several unusual terms, such as mandatory factory maintenance, restrictions on suing the company, and the installation of cameras and recorders to monitor pilots. These conditions, along with a capped lifespan for the aircraft, led to backlash within the aviation community. In response, Icon eventually removed some of these terms, including pilot monitoring and lifespan limits, to appease customers. Despite the promising start, the company faced significant challenges. A series of high-profile crashes involving the A5 tarnished its reputation, leading to layoffs and the need for new investment. A Chinese firm provided financial backing, but this resulted in leadership changes. The company's CEO was replaced and later led efforts to regain control of the business amidst concerns about U.S. technology being transferred overseas. For Roy Halladay, flying the Icon A5 brought immense joy. He embraced the plane for recreational purposes and often shared his enthusiasm on social media. 12 days before his fatal crash, he flew the A5 under a bridge, demonstrating his adventurous spirit. Just a week prior to the accident, Halladay described flying the A5 as akin to piloting a fighter jet, underscoring his love for the experience. Tragically, on November the 7th, 2017, Halladay's time with the Icon A5 came to a devastating end. At the time of the accident, Halladay had logged a total of 720 flying hours, including 51 hours in Icon A5 aircraft and 14 hours in the specific plane he was flying that day. He took off from the lake near his home in Odessa, Florida, just outside Tampa. He informed his wife that he planned to return his Icon A5 aircraft to the Brooksville-Tampa Bay Regional Airport, located approximately 25 miles to the north. During the 17-minute flight, Halladay kept the aircraft at relatively low altitudes, never ascending above 2,000 feet. Initially, he flew north towards the airport for approximately 5 miles before turning west, heading toward the Gulf of Mexico. As he approached the coastline, he began to descend, flying as low as 5 feet above the surface of the water. Once over the Gulf, Halladay performed a series of maneuvers that included tight turns and climbs. Some of these maneuvers subjected the aircraft to forces of up to 2G, within the Icon A5's structural tolerance. However, during the final maneuver, the plane's angle of attack increased to 15 degrees as it climbed to an altitude of 358 feet. The aircraft then banked sharply to the right at an angle of over 50 degrees before descending in a nose-low attitude. Despite briefly leveling its wings during the descent at approximately 12:04 p.m., he lost control of the aircraft. It crashed into the Gulf of Mexico near Port New Richey, Florida. The impact severely damaged the plane, and Roy Halladay's life was cut short in the tragic accident. The investigation into Roy Halladay's fatal crash revealed that all major controls and parts of his Icon A5 aircraft were located near the main wreckage site, indicating the plane was largely intact before impact. This confirmed there were no mechanical or structural failures that contributed to the crash. However, a critical safety feature of the aircraft, the Cirrus Airframe Parachute System, or CAPS, was found unused. This system, a hallmark of Icon A5 aircraft, is specifically designed to deploy a parachute in emergencies, such as loss of control or engine failure, potentially saving the pilot and passengers. The CAPS system requires the pilot to remove a safety pin before flight. This pin prevents accidental deployment of the parachute during routine operation. In Halladay's case, investigators found the pin still in place after the crash, meaning the parachute was never armed and could not have been activated in an emergency. This oversight eliminated a potentially life-saving option during the critical moments leading up to the accident. Investigators noted that although Halladay had been flying at low altitudes throughout much of his flight, deploying the parachute during his final maneuver at approximately 300 feet might have saved his life. The CAPS system is designed to stabilize the aircraft and slow its descent, giving the occupants a much greater chance of surviving an otherwise catastrophic crash. While low-altitude deployment reduces the time for the parachute to fully inflate and take effect, studies and past incidents have shown it can still significantly increase survivability if activated promptly. It could have provided the crucial seconds needed to mitigate the impact and possibly save his life. The NTSB concluded that the crash was caused by a loss of control, which led to Halladay's tragic death. The autopsy revealed that Halladay succumbed to a combination of blunt force trauma and drowning. But even scarier here is that the aftermath of Roy Halladay's tragic plane crash brought to light a troubling toxicology report that revealed the presence of multiple substances in his system at the time of the accident. The report showed amphetamine levels that were 10 times higher than therapeutic thresholds, alongside high amounts of morphine and several other drugs. Specifically, Halladay's blood contained morphine, hydromorphone, a potent opioid pain reliever, amphetamine, a stimulant, fluoxetine, an antidepressant, baclofen, a muscle relaxer, and zolpidem, a sleep aid. A forensic pathologist analyzing the toxicology results noted that the combination of these substances bore similarities to a speedball, a dangerous mix of stimulants and depressants known to severely impair physical and cognitive functions. The NTSB final report emphasized the significant impact of these drugs on Halladay's central nervous system, detailing how they impaired crucial functions like judgment, executive decision-making, attention, alertness, and psychomotor skills. These effects directly contributed to his decision to perform risky, low-altitude maneuvers in his Icon A5 aircraft, ultimately leading to the loss of control and fatal crash. The report concluded that the crash was a result of the pilot's improper decision-making, driven by impairment from multiple psychoactive substances. Halladay's aggressive and unnecessary low-altitude maneuvers over water, a known risk factor in aviation, were determined to have been influenced by his impaired state. This tragic sequence of events underscored how personal struggles and substance use intersected with his passion for flying in a devastating way. Halladay's history revealed a pattern of personal difficulties and reliance on drugs, suggesting he may have been grappling with addiction. The loss left an indelible void in the lives of those who loved him. He left behind 2 children who now face life without their father, a devoted wife mourning her husband, a grieving father, and countless fans and friends in the baseball community who cherished his contributions to the sport. After all, Halladay's death is a stark reminder that mixing substance abuse with activities requiring precision and focus is a recipe for disaster. His story underscores the importance of seeking help for addiction before things go completely off the rails. Think of it as a cautionary tale that screams, "Get help before it's too late." We need open conversations, accessible support systems, and proactive measures to keep these tragic stories from repeating.